Howdy there, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to The Pig Got Out of the Tree. Yeah, I logged out and logged back in, and the pig was free. We're continuing our search today for Cactus, and... oh gosh, I love when you find this. I love when the world gins lava on the surface next to a tree, and it immediately catches on fire. There's something just super satisfying about that. We're gonna keep going in this direction. I'm not giving up. I refuse to give up. We're gonna go in this direction until we find a desert or I change direction. What is this? Is this a witch's hut? Why is there no witch here? Why is it completely empty? Where's the sound? There's no sound. Y'all hear anything? No, there we go. I heard my footsteps just then. Hello? Have y'all seen a witch around here? Some lousy witch. You know what? She probably was the one who put the pig in the tree in the first place, and then I came along and logged out and back in, liberating the pig, and she's like, well, I don't want to mess with this guy. Clearly, this is a warlock of a higher caliber. And she ran off and hid. Am I a warlock or am I a wizard? What is the difference? Let me know. And also sorcerer. What is the difference there? Mage. If you know the difference between a mage, a sorcerer, a warlock, and a wizard, if you could let me know, that'd be great. I'm looking for something definitive, too. I don't want any of this D&D nonsense. I want real-life answers to these hard-hitting questions. Now, what have we got down here? I see that we've got some appetite. Well, I'm not very hungry, thank you. We got some emery. That stuff's important, actually. That's important if you want to get into the engineer's toolbox. It's useful to have. Does it have an EMC value? It doesn't matter. Listen to the chickens. They're making those horrible noises again. Those, you know what I'm talking about? Those. I hate those sounds. Stop it. Why are they weren't doing that when we started this series, I'm pretty sure. I'm also pretty sure that if we keep going in this direction, we're never ever going to find a desert. Because all I've noticed is just the constant recycling of landscape. Right? It's just the same biome into the same biome into the same biome, seemingly indefinitely. I was about to start singing. All I've seen is... Well, I was going to go into the Family Matters theme song. I still haven't looked any further into that whole... Ho! Okay! Texas tea, my boys! Y'all ready for a Tekkit Texan reboot? Maybe I'll just hang out here in the oil. There's quite a bit of it here. Wow! I wonder what it looks like if we go further down. Can I swim? Oh my gosh, this is a huge lot of oil. Is this... Oh, I was going to say, is this the bottom of the world? No. Wow, there's a lot in here. Oh, we could be pumping this out for days. We're going to die. We're actually not dying. Can we drown in this armor? It doesn't appear as though we can. Maybe after a while. It seems like we could have just kept doing that for a while. Tekkit Texan reboot, though. With that oil right there. And then we'll... we'll build a long pipe all the way back. No, we could put down some sort of a world anchor and use a teleporting pipe. Although having a massive pipeline would be very Texan. High quality Texas right there. No, let's keep going. Tekkit Texan reboot. I have been trying to figure out what to do with this. You know, a couple of days ago we didn't have an episode on Wednesday because I put out that Sky Factory episode. And I was like, well, I don't want to have something come out. I want to put Sky Factory out in the morning and let it have a whole day. Oh. Oh, happy day. I want to let it have a whole day, so we're going to hold off on Tekkit Legends. And that kind of got me thinking, you know, I want to do 2 videos a day for the summer. I did 3 videos a day for the, you know, couple of days these last couple of weeks. Is this just a beach? Was this just an epic troll? Is this just a really... Oh, let's go this way a bit. Come on, don't do this to me, game. I think it's just a really epic beach is what we're getting right here. It doesn't look like it's really a desert. Oh, no! No, I see reeds. I don't see any cacti. Anyway, I've been trying to figure out what to do with this series. And I figure we're going to end soon because we're going to be done with the town, which is pretty exciting. But then at the same time, I was like, well, how do we end it? Do we keep doing at the end of August? Like, let's say this nonsense is still going in August, which I don't think is possible. But just theoretically, if it was, if we end August and this is still going... Do we go into September continuing to do 1 a day, or do we sort of refresh it, you know? Refresh it with a modest reboot. Continue the episode, but we just, you know, we change the episode style. No more of this 25-minute nonsense of just me rambling for 25 minutes straight. So we do cuts, we do big long-form projects. I think this is just a beach biome that we've stumbled across. This doesn't appear to be a desert, which is super, super disappointing. All I want is a cactus. If you'll just give me a cactus, I can go home. Why is this such an expansive beach? I've never seen anything like this in Minecraft before. Is a beach biome even really a thing? Have we found some sort of a broken desert biome? It doesn't look like it continues on this way any. Actually, it does. What is this? I feel like we'd be better off going the other direction, but I don't know. I haven't seen this much sand before. I feel obligated to investigate. Because all we need is just enough sand and enough dryness for a single cactus to sprout up. That's how it works in the real world, too. You get enough sand, and you get enough dryness, and eventually a cactus will just appear. But I don't think that's what we're going to get out here. I think whatever this is just, you know what it is? It's because we're in an ocean biome. That's what this is. This is an ocean biome. Therefore, everything around it's going to have massive beaches. And it's going to troll us hardcore. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. We're getting into an area right now that's just a ton of... There's more oil. Every time I see reeds, I'm like, oh my gosh, could this be it? Could this be what we've been looking for? It's not, though. It's not. It's just disappointment. I've already lost track of my sentence I was saying there about what to do with the series and whether or not we're going to give it like a soft reboot. When I say soft reboot, what I mean is take it back to the traditional style of video that my channel is known for. You know, edits, cuts. It's not just a constant train of thought with boring bits like me looking for a cactus. You know, by virtue of changing it to that style, it does mean we wouldn't be able to do an episode every day. So the 2-video thing would end in September. But, you know, they could alternate with the other things that I've got going on. Satisfactory. Potentially, you know, they've got that big update coming out for... Hold on, I want to see what this is. What is this? Is there just no explanation for what this is? This is a giant black rock under the ocean. This has got to be something. Hold on. Let's figure this out. All right. Right-click. Right? Okay. So there's a skeleton inside of this thing. It's hollow, whatever it is. What the heck is... Oh. Okay. No, I don't want to do that. What was that stone that I picked up? What was it made out of? Blocks of concrete? No. Hold on. I should have picked up whatever this was made out of when I broke it. Abyssal stone from Railcraft? Under the water? How does this make sense? Is this a thing? You folks are going to know better than I am, obviously. It creates like a little orb you got to pick up, right? So where is that going every time I break it? Oh, okay, well, it looks like I found it. Got an inventory full of garbage now. Well, I don't know why that's under the ocean or what I would want to interact with it for. But there you go. That's a thing that we found. Not at all what we're looking for, mind you. But we did find it. What direction do I want to head in? I don't even remember what direction I was facing in. Let me check my map here. This way, I guess? Maybe? Were we heading north? Did we set off from... I can't remember. Let me check the big map. Yeah. Okay, so we want to go kind of like that way and then up. Well, you know what? Let's just... This is the new north. Turn that mini-map. Actually, should we leave the mini-map up? So we can kind of get an idea for the surrounding area as we go? That over there looks like a big beach, and it looks like we're approaching another one here. Perhaps this is a small island. This is a more interesting way to travel, I would think. Maybe on the other side of this ocean, we'll finally find what it is we've been looking for. But yeah, you know, we wouldn't be able to do 2 videos a day anymore, but the videos we would make would be better, and they could be focused on a particular topic. So we could do the classic sort of Tekkit Legends. Hey guys, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be making power armor, and then I can make the power armor. I don't know. Maybe I'll just retire the series. Maybe that's what we'll do after we're done with the town. I'll retire the series, and we'll bring it back for the Christmas special that I keep talking about. That now I have to make unless I'm lucky and everyone forgets about it. No, I'm kidding. I am enjoying this still. You know, I feel like I have a lot of pressure that I put on myself to like make these better because in my own mind, I don't think that these are that good. I don't think that they're bad. If I thought that they were bad, I wouldn't put them out. But there's a little editor in my mind whenever I record something. When I'm talking on and nothing's really happening and nothing's getting accomplished, that little editor starts shouting, hey, this is not the standard that we are known for, right? Because I've tried to create content that is constantly engaging, and if anything boring is happening, it cuts to something different. And what we're doing right now, looking at a compass and flying in a single direction, has that little editor in my mind screaming his head off about how this is not something I should be talking over. I should shut up until we find the desert and then just add that. And it's sort of like I have to fight myself on this. I have to say, shut up, little editor. This is what the series is. And people do enjoy it. It's not loved, but people keep watching, and I think people would be upset if it goes. So it's not really for me an issue of, oh, when do I get to end this? When do I get to be done? That's not the thing for me. My concern is, when are people going to be sick of this? When are they going to want to stop watching it? At what point am I going to overdo it? I don't want to overdo it. I don't want it to overstay its welcome. I'd rather end it when it's at its sort of best. I like to end a series and have people say, oh, I wanted more of that. Not, I don't like to end a series and have people be mad about it, but just like, oh, I was really enjoying that. I wish it had kept going. And then I can kind of be like, okay, well, I do have a new thing, and hopefully bring them along for that. Whereas, if something overstays its welcome, people kind of check out of the channel. They say, all right, I'm done. And then they won't be around when you start the next thing. So I'd like to end the series at its peak. I think we're past that. I think episode 25 was the peak, when we died fighting the Ender Dragon. I would argue that maybe me and Jenna actually going back and defeating the Ender Dragon, the third Ender Dragon fight, was probably the best episode in the series. Because it was good and successful, and we got to talk about the old days when we used to play Sky Factory 3, and that was a lot of fun. And then, of course, that led into the Sky Factory 3 finale. I'm just going to keep flying in this direction until I find a desert. You know what would suck is because, as many of you know, we shifted earlier. Wow! Wait a minute. What? How does that make sense? Isn't this where our house is? Oh, I see. So this part got cut off for some reason, and then this is what we've done today. I'd hate to think that there's a desert right over here, and we changed direction, and now we're just going to completely miss the desert. I'm not going to stop at that village. I saw it. It's not relevant. We're just going to keep going. We're going to keep pushing forward. Here we go. Here we go. Just going forward. This looks promising. This doesn't look like a bee. Oh my gosh! So what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not... None of this. This is not fitting for what's happening on the screen right now. What I did want to check real fast was there a biome locator? Oh my gosh, look at that. Habitat locator. Should have probably built one of those. I don't know how it works, or if you can even configure it. I mean, I guess we can find out. Let's empty out our inventory of some of this rubbish we've collected along the way. And why did I bring all of this with me? Abyssal stone, obviously I didn't. What is that used for? It doesn't seem to have a use. Good. You know what does have a use? None of these things have uses. Why do none of these things have uses? That's weird. Options? No, not commands. No. Options. Key bindings. Inventory. Usage. Okay, it's set up correctly. Oh, you know what it is? It's because we're looking at it in the transmutation tablet. That never works. I should have remembered that. Okay, so we can cook it into a block. Smelt it into a block. Crush it into cobblestone. What can you do with the block? I see that this is an assembly table. Shaped crafting. Okay, you can make a stone lantern if you're so inclined. That's about it. Shapeless crafting. Okay, yeah, an etched abyssal stone. Neato. What can I do with that? Nothing. Biome analyzer. Bronze and redstone. We're going to make one and find out if we've wasted all our time. I might have gotten comments. I don't know. Last episode hasn't come out yet. Spoiler alert. Redstone. Let's see what happens here if we bring this up. Create a little circle. Bada bing, bada boom. So it tells me what biome I'm in, but can I configure it in some way? I can right-click it. Look at this, Shrek me. Oh, I get it. I guess it's for finding bees. Supply specimen to analyze. This gadget requires honey drops or honeydew for operation. So I can't just choose a desert and go look for it, I guess. That's not what this is for. It's part of forestry. All right. Well, look, the reason we're really here is to get cactus. And I'm not leaving until I pick up every cactus I see. Well, no, I don't have that much time. There is an awful lot of cactus here. Do we need to... Oh, you know what? Let's be smart about this. While we're here, let's put that in there so we can get more later. Oh, and then I think we got to cook it up, don't we? Let's put down a mark while we're over here. So we will put... Should we do desert or should we do... Okay, so desert, right? 1S. Pretty descriptive. We know what this is. But if we spell it dessert, like something you would get at a restaurant, it's confusing to people who skip this episode. They're going to see that and they're going to say, Reese, you spelled dessert wrong, you noob. And then all of us can secretly laugh at them and call them noobs in the comment section. But we're not going to tell them. Player death, what? No, that's not. No, group all. There we go. We're not going to tell them why they're a noob. Haha. Got desert there. Look at that. Nice. It'd be awful if I spelled desert wrong. It doesn't have an A in it, does? No, of course it's not. I'm Googling it. Dessert. 2 E's. Or 2 S's, I mean. Yeah, it brought up a picture of a cookie. So I'm assuming that's the right thing. I was real confident about it. The thing is, I was being super cocky about how, we'll put 2 S's in it. We'll make fun of people. And then I started to doubt myself and my own spelling because I was like, if that's wrong, it's going to be real awkward for me. But no, it's not. So we've got desert here, or dessert, I should say. Big cookie land. And there's a big old thing of hot fudge up there. Tekkit Texan Season 2 is going to be great. All right. Back out we go. We're headed back to the base. You know, the great irony is going to be if we fly back over the base. Oh, my gosh. First off, how did I miss that village? Or was that the one I said I was not going to stop at? Look, there's another volcano here. Irony of ironies would be if we went back to the base and then directly south of it, there was a desert. Oh, man. Do you think there's going to be anything new there when we get there? Do you think they're going to have finished, like, the village, the roads and everything? Do you think that there's going to be any new people? Do you think that Timmy's going to be okay? We should go talk to Timmy again and make sure he's fine. Because the last thing I want is to find out that something awful happened to Timmy and that the mayor was involved. Because he said he was spying on the mayor, right? Like, why is he spying on the mayor? You don't think that Timmy watches these YouTube videos, do you? And perhaps he got from us that the mayor is like a horrible guy, that he went and he got his dad, who was, of course, shanghaied into the French Foreign Legion, and lost his limbs. You don't think that Timmy heard that he left his dad on an island where he's being worshipped as a god, or eaten? Either way, either of those two things could have happened. We don't know what the canon is. Little Timmy, if you're watching this, I'm literally making all of this up. So if you could just go back home to your dad, Timothy, whom I'm assuming you're named after, and not die, that would be great. I need this up again, because I don't know where I'm going. Should we, I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's bring up the big map. Let's go over a bit, and we'll go straight down through here, and we'll see if there's another... It doesn't seem likely there will be another desert biome in that area, but we're going to give it a try. I'm not going to keep that all the way up on the screen, by the way. Oh my gosh, there's green squids here. That must mean there's radioactive waters. It's probably like uranium right under the water. Or maybe someone's dumping chemicals, uranium into the water. I don't know, maybe. You don't know. Why would you dump... I mean, nuclear waste, sure, but uranium? If it's naturally occurring on the bottom of the ocean and it's sort of infecting the waters around it, sure, but no one dumps uranium, like, directly. But nuclear waste, right? It's a byproduct you dump in the ocean. Well, you're not supposed to dump in the ocean, but some people do. It's not like straight up just bars of uranium. Uranium, do they actually store it in a bar? I don't know. Like, not the place you go to, like, party and drink and make bad life decisions. Not that kind of bar. I mean, like, in an ingot form. Is there such thing as uranium ingot? I've never seen or heard of one, except in Minecraft. So I don't know if they actually store uranium that way. I wouldn't think so. Who's going to take the time to smelt that? It's going to kill you. That stuff's dangerous. Even if it's like its natural form pulled out of the ground, it's not recommended you hang out around that stuff. Mercury's also pretty bad for you. Wouldn't recommend that. I knew of a town called Quicksilver, and they had a mercury mine there. Why'd they call it Quicksilver? I'll never know. What I do know is that in Beethoven's Fifth, he went on a little adventure with, I think, the voice of Lilo from Lilo and Stitch, at least the voice from the cartoon show. Maybe I'm wrong on that. She sounded an awful lot like her, though. And there were ghosts, but they weren't really ghosts, and there was a ripoff of Barney and Clyde. It was like Canadian Barney and Clyde. Think about that for a second. Really delve into that. Canadian Barney and Clyde. That's just ridiculous. I don't know. I don't think they were Canadian. I think that they escaped to Canada, which is the proper name for Canada, if you were unaware. And there they hid with their son, who moved back to the town to find their hidden money, but Beethoven found it instead. And then I think the ghosts were... you know who they were. Have you ever seen Who's the Boss? The Mona. The mom, the real boss on Who's the Boss, if everybody's being honest. I think she was the one making the ghosts, if I remember right, but I don't know why. I don't know what her goal was. Was she trying to keep I haven't seen Beethoven's Fifth in a long time. There's a lady cop, and at one point someone's like flirting with lady cop, and then I think she like beats them up. But I don't remember if that happens. That, you know what? It probably doesn't play out the way I remember it. If it did, that's a gross misuse of power. Someone flirting with you is not a justifiable reason to like beat them up. I don't care if you're a strong, independent lady cop. That is a huge abuse of power, and you should not have that position. But then again, I haven't seen the movie in a while, so maybe that didn't happen. Maybe Lady Cop didn't beat someone up. Here's our big oil. Should I put a mark on the map for this? I guess I should. Okay, we'll bring up the map, and we'll call it... we're literally going to call it Big Oil. Nice. There we go. Lovely. Okay. Oh, do you have to hit enter? I guess you have to hit enter. I hit escape just then. That was a mistake. Big Oil. Boom. Or should we call it, like, freedom gas or something? There's not 2 marks there, are there? Did I do it correctly, but then make a boo-boo by making a second one? What do they call them? Freedom molecules? I believe the energy secretary referred to it as free... well, that was natural gas, I think. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I mean, ending Europe's dependence on, you know, shady characters, Russians for oil, is very similar to storming the beaches of Normandy to liberate Europe. I would say that's an apt comparison. Not really. A lot of people died doing that. Who's dying to bring natural gas to... Nobody. You just put it on a ship and sail it over there. There's no, like, risk involved. There's no loss of life. We should have some speeches about it, though. If Trump wants to hop on that would be great. Like a speech about how we're gonna take the oil to the French, and we're gonna take it to the English, and we're going to liberate their dependency on oil from those bad actors over there. Russia, China. We're going to liberate them. We're going to send them some gas, and we're going to make them pay for it too. Yep, that's right. We're going to make them pay for it. Well, of course we are. We're not just going to give them free oil. I mean, that would be ridiculous. We could use that. I don't know where I'm going with this. I am just once again trying to fill in the empty void of silence that occurs during the recording of these episodes, because that's what these episodes are. Trying to fill in 25 minutes from start to finish without going quiet and without making any cuts. I've kind of shaken that up. I skipped a couple of nights a few episodes ago. No one seemed to be in an uproar over it, so I think I got away with it. But I'm really interested to see if someone like finds this series in a year, has no idea what's going on, but watches it from start to finish, gets to this point. If you're that person, if you're watching this in 2020, and maybe you weren't subscribed to the channel before, you weren't sort of invested in the anniversary nonsense that we did. I mean, I can't say it's nonsense. I've enjoyed it. But, you know, if none of that is really relevant to you, and you're just kind of hopping in on this series, what are your thoughts on it so far? I'd actually really be curious to know. Is that hemp? Wow. We could have just landed here and gotten hemp a long time ago, because that was one of the other options we had, as opposed to cactus. Cactus has an EMC value, though. Hemp does not, and we found a single hemp. So I think we made the right call continuing on our way. I just wanted to stop and grab that real fast. Yeah, I don't see any more. That would have been useless to us, unless, now that I think about it, that hemp, what do we turn it into? Cactus green. Okay. So the cactus green does, in fact, have an EMC value. So that one hemp is all we needed. We could have skipped this entire journey. There's another one over there. Nothing makes, like, everything you've done with your life up until this point useless. Like finding out you could have just grabbed that hemp from just north of your base. Like, literally just, well, oh my gosh, we're a lot further away than I thought we were. We got a ways to go. I don't know. I can't even remember what it was I was saying just then. Did it have to do with oil, probably? Filling in the void? Talking? Oh, if you're watching this in 2020 and you're not subscribed, or you weren't subscribed to the channel, you weren't familiar with previous content, what are your thoughts on this? What are your opinions on this? I would love to know. Let me know, please. I'm asking you politely. I'm begging on bended knees to give me your feedback and, how you arrived here and how all of this happened. I think that would be pretty interesting. I don't think we're going to make it back this episode. I just looked down at the timer. There's 10 seconds left. I don't think that we're going to make it back, and I don't know what to do if we don't. we're just now in the Flowerlands. Do I keep going until I get there? I don't think that I do. I think that I stop now and say thank you folks for watching. God bless you. And next time we complete the rest of this journey to this blob. And oh, wow, the town looks really cool from here. I like that. I dig that. What are these splotches though? What do you reckon those are? Huh. We'll figure it out later, maybe. But thank you, folks, for watching. God bless you, and I will see you all in the next one. But let's zoom out. I just wanted to see if there was a desert over here. There's not. Okay. Bye!